take the both of you to lunch." Anabelle hesitated, then nodded as Gracie whined, "My hungry, Annie." Kensington walked next to them as they headed to the food court, with Rob trailing behind. His bodyguard wore his usual grumpy face. He'd get over it. Neither Anabelle or Gracie presented a threat. If anything, food poisoning was the greatest threat. Kensington paid for their lunch at the pizza place. "You're not from here," Anabelle told him as they took a seat. "No, I'm San Majorian." "How long are you in Eyjania?" "Indefinitely." He hesitated, then went with his fairly standard answer when talking to the rare person who didn't know who he was. "Family business, for a few weeks anyway." "What kind of business is your family in?" That was a new one. He didn't get that question often. "Tourism," he finally said. True enough, it was part of the reason some people came to San Majoria, and being part of the royal family meant he could persuade or dissuade people from visiting by their interactions with him. "Trying to get people to stay at your family's resort for the Games of the Sargasso Sea." Something like that. The Games were held every other year and resembled the Summer Olympics. Since it was 2017, this would be kind of an off year. 2019 would be held in Islas del Sargasso and would be a preview of the Olympians for 2020. Islas del Sargasso would hold the Games in 2021 as well, before they moved back to San Majoria in 2023 and 2025. A winter version alternated between Eyjania and Overignon in a similar fashion. This year he'd be put in charge of everything. Now that the Winter Games in Eyjania were over, he needed them to focus on their part of what needed doing for the Summer Games. "So you could make sure Gracie and I have reservations. I'm not asking for a discount, but a reservation." He grinned at her. "I'm sure something could be arranged." He'd make certain they had a place to stay, even if he had to subsidize it himself. Anabelle leaned forward to whisper to him, "I don't want to alarm you, but there's a guy staring at you. Has been the whole time we've been here." He leaned closer to her. Dark hair, blue suit, dark tie, perpetual frown. "Yeah. My family insists we all need security with us. The odds of anything happening are slim, but sometimes you have to go along with what your mom tells you, even as a grown-up. Especially working for the family business." "Exactly. So are they doing a background check on me yet?" "Probably not." He winked at her. "I don't know your last name." She grinned at him, a smile he quickly found himself loving. "Then maybe I won't tell you just yet. Not that there's anything awful to find," she quickly added. "That's good." "What about Gracie?" He could feel the twinkle in his own eyes. Does she have something nefarious in her past? Anabelle hesitated longer than he would have expected. "Not really. She's my little sister. Midlife adoption. Then our parents died in a car accident." Anabelle smiled softly at her sister. "Now she's my responsibility. I want to take her to the Games this year. My parents had been saving for years so we could all go, because it's just not the same as going when it's here, but—" She ducked her head for a minute. When she looked back up, her eyes glistened with unshed tears, but were backed by steely determination. "They won't be there, but we will." Kensington reached over and took her hand in his. "Then I'll make sure you have a place to stay and tickets to any event you want to attend." "Any event we want, even the ones that have been sold out for months already." Anabelle couldn't hide her skepticism. He chuckled, a sound that warmed her through. It wasn't condescending or annoyed, just amused. "I have connections. I can get tickets to anything you want to attend, as long as you let me know. Promise. I'll need your contact information." He'd probably give her a generic email, not his personal information, but as long as it worked, she didn't care. He pulled a card out of his wallet and wrote on the back of it, "The number on the front is my office. This is my personal number. Call or text any time." She took the card and wondered at the lack of information on it. In fact, it just had one line and a phone number. Kensington. Was that his last name? His office location? A random palace in Great Britain? "Thanks." Anabelle had never been so comfortable with someone she just met, but it was time to change the subject to something with far less